Hey everyone, welcome back to Car Flash, the channel where spec sheets are stripped down to reality, where glossy press photos face the harsh honesty of the lens, and where every car, no matter how familiar or how hyped, has to prove itself beyond the marketing. If you're new here, this is where we cut past the slogans and look at what a car is really offering inside, outside, and most importantly, on the road. Today, we're diving into one of the most important players in the compact SUV segment, the 2026 Honda CR-V. Exterior: the CR-V has always been a bit of a benchmark for family crossovers. It's practical, reliable, and usually one of the safest bets if you want a do-it-all daily driver. But this is 2026, and the competition is hotter than ever. Toyota's RAV4 is still pushing hard. Hyundai and Kia have been raising the bar with futuristic tech and bold designs, and even newcomers from China and Europe are entering the market aggressively. So the question is, has Honda done enough with the latest CR-V to not just stay relevant, but actually stand out? Let's take a closer look. First impressions start at the front, and the 2026 CR-V has definitely gone for a sharper, more premium look compared to its predecessors. The front fascia is dominated by a bolder grille, now sleek, a bit wider, framed in gloss black or chrome depending on the trim you choose. The LED headlights are slimmer, with a slightly more aggressive angle, giving it a confident stare instead of the softer family-friendly vibe the older CR versus had. The daytime running lights form a crisp signature, and the bumper design integrates air intakes that aren't just for show. Honda claims they help with aerodynamics, trimming drag ever so slightly. Standing in front of it, you definitely get the sense that Honda is nudging the CR-V into a more premium direction, while still keeping it approachable. From the side, the CR-V has grown slightly, but Honda has been smart about proportions. The roofline has a subtle slope, but not so much that it compromises rear headroom. Strong character lines run across the doors, giving the body more definition, and the slightly squared wheel arches add a touch of ruggedness. Depending on the trim, you'll get 18-inch wheels on the lower models, while the top touring trim and the hybrid options ride on stylish 19-inch alloys with a machine-cut finish. The glass area remains generous, which not only helps visibility but also makes the cabin feel airy once you're inside. Honda hasn't gone overboard with coupe-like styling tricks that ruin practicality, and that's something to appreciate in a segment where form often compromises function. Swinging around to the back, the CR-V has gone through one of the most noticeable design updates. The taillights still extend vertically along the rear pillars, a classic CR-V signature, but they're now slimmer and more modern, with sharp LED detailing. The rear hatch has been sculpted more cleanly, with a horizontal bar tying the design together, and the bumper looks tougher with contrasting cladding. A small integrated spoiler adds a sporty edge, while maintaining a family SUV's subtlety. The overall impression is more upscale than before, but still instantly recognizable as a CR-V. Honda isn't trying to reinvent the wheel here, they're refining it. Interior: step inside, and the changes are just as important. Honda has clearly borrowed design cues from its latest Civic and Accord interiors, which is a good thing. The dashboard has a horizontal layout with a clean, uncluttered feel. At the center is a standard 9-inch touchscreen on most trims, running Honda's updated infotainment system with wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. A 10.2-inch digital driver display sits ahead of the steering wheel, offering customizable information layouts. Materials are noticeably upgraded, with soft touch surfaces across the dash and door panels, and depending on the trim, you'll get leather upholstery, contrast stitching, and even some tasteful metal or wood-style accents. The seating position remains one of the CR-V's strong points, upright enough for great visibility, but still comfortable for long drives. Front seats are supported with heating and ventilation available on higher trims, while the rear seats slide and recline, making the back row one of the most spacious in the segment. Honda's focus on practicality is clear, with clever storage solutions, deep door bins, a large center console, and a versatile cargo area that expands to over 75 cubic feet with the seats folded flat. Families will appreciate how easy it is to load groceries, luggage, or even sports gear. And yes, the rear hatch is powered, with hands-free operation on the higher trims. When it comes to performance, the 2026 CR-V gives you choices. The standard engine is a 1.5-liter turbocharged four-cylinder, producing around 190 horsepower and paired with a continuously variable transmission. It's not going to thrill enthusiasts, but it's smooth, efficient, and perfectly fine for daily commuting and family hauling. Where things get more interesting is the hybrid option. The CR-V Hybrid combines a 2.0-liter Atkinson cycle engine with two electric motors, delivering 204 horsepower and noticeably better low-end torque. It feels livelier around town, more responsive when merging onto highways, and of course, far more fuel efficient. Honda is quoting combined mileage in the high 30s, depending on whether you go front-wheel or all-wheel drive. There's also word of a plug-in hybrid model entering select markets, offering over 40 miles of electric-only range, which could be a sweet spot for those who aren't ready to go full EV but want to cut down on fuel stops. Regardless of the powertrain, the CR-V handles with composure. Steering is light but accurate, ride quality is tuned for comfort, and the cabin stays impressively quiet even at highway speeds. It's not a sporty SUV, but it doesn't need to be. The focus here is on balance, refinement, and efficiency. Tech and safety are another big part of the CR-V story. Every trim comes standard with Honda Sensing, which includes adaptive cruise control, lane keeping assist, automatic emergency braking, blind spot monitoring, and traffic jam assist. The higher trims add features like a 360-degree camera, parking sensors, and even low-speed automatic braking to help avoid those annoying parking lot bumps. For families, this is peace of mind baked into the package. Pricing has been announced in a way that keeps the CR-V competitive. The base LX model starts around $31,000, moving up to about $34,000 for the X and XL trims. The hybrid models begin closer to $36,000, while the touring hybrid tops out near $42,000 fully loaded. Considering the level of tech, safety, and refinement you're getting, it's hard to argue with the value. Honda knows exactly where to position the CR-V so that it appeals to both returning loyalists and new buyers cross-shopping against Toyota, Hyundai, Kia, and even some luxury light options. So where does that leave us? The 2026 Honda CR-V doesn't try to reinvent itself. Instead, it sharpens what has always made it successful: reliability, practicality, and comfort, while layering on enough modern design, tech, and hybrid efficiency to keep it fresh. It may not be the flashiest SUV in the segment, but it's one of the most well-rounded, and for many families, that's exactly what matters. That's the verdict from Car Flash. If you're after a dependable crossover that looks sharper, feels more premium inside, and saves you fuel without asking you to compromise, the 2026 Honda CR-V should definitely be on your short list. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit like if this review helped you out, subscribe if you want more honest takes on the latest cars, and let me know in the comments, would you take the CR-V Hybrid over a RAV4 Hybrid, or is there another SUV you've got your eyes on? Until next time, this is Car Flash, and I'll see you on the road.